A very good evening to you. Thanks for joining us on the Tuesday edition of the show. It's the first one for the week. It promises to be exciting as always. I'm Yemi Adebayo.
It's always an exciting, interesting morning spinning action-packed world of sports. Good to have you join us once again to talk sports in London. I'm Austin Okonakman. Yemi, so much going down in our world of sports tonight, and we will take time to, talk about them.
Of course, we will do that on the show tonight. We're hoping to get a discussion going on boxing. We have boxers of Nigerian descent doing well in the United Kingdom, and hopefully one of them will be with us on the show tonight from the United Kingdom. Tonight on the show, we'll touch up with what's going on in Nigeria, talking sports. There's going to be a slice of gymnastics. We'll talk about the Nigeria Professional Football League. We'll also talk about some grassroots tournaments here and there. We will also, in focus, take a look at the giant strides of Haruna Quadri in table tennis. Of course, even as we speak, a game currently going on in the English Premier League right there in Austin's backyard. We'll also do our best to monitor that as we go on the show. So that's basically the outlook of the show tonight. And as you said, Austin is another time to take our viewers on a trip across the money-spinning, fast-paced, and always entertaining world of sports.
I don't also forget sometimes also dramatic, and that's why we love it so much. Yes, Yemi, so much going down in our world of sports. I can't wait for us to get into the conversation. But what a story, Haruna Quadri. He won't just stop breaking records. In Houston, we're celebrating him for being the first African to get to the quarterfinals of the World Championships. And today, in the latest ranking, he climbed up to 13th in the world. I love it so much, Yemi, because this means more work. So now that you rank 13th in the world, it means the next target will be to make the top 10.
Yeah, that's it. You just have to keep pushing, and that's what Haruna has been doing. We'll talk a lot about Haruna. It's in the news. Number 13 is no mean feat. Incredible achievement from Africa's biggest star in table tennis, and of course, Nigeria's own. All right. Before introduce my partner in the Lagos studio, since we started talking about Haruna, let's take a quote from Haruna Quadri. Austin has just told you his position on the world ranking. There you go. He says, "I'm so excited to improve my world ranking, and this means I must work hard to remain on top of the world. This is another task I must face in my career. I will not relent to do my best as I look forward to the World Table Tennis Cup finals taking place this weekend in Singapore." That's coming from Nigeria's and Africa's Haruna Quadri, currently world number 13. And it's good. It's good. It feels good. It feels good to have our own on that level. All right. So that very good one there. Let me quickly introduce from the Lagos studio before we get into other things we want to talk about on the show tonight. Tolu Lokpe Atobatele joins us. Greetings to you, Tolu. Thanks for finding out time to be with us on the show tonight.
It is always nice, to be on a sports tonight, to let our people know what to expect, from the world of sports, and to acquaint the every sports lovers, the latest, of course, in the world of sports, and of course, we're having Haruna Quadri, moving to number 13 spot, as far as table tennis is concerned, is a great news, for Nigeria, and the first time an African, of course, will be occupying, that position number 13 in the world. Of course, we should, it calls for celebration because I think, the last person, we have, holding I think number 16 or 14 was Omar Sarr, of Egypt, and now we have Haruna Quadri, a ranked 13 best table tennis player, in the world. He's a good one because he should not relent in his effort to make sure he gets to the top 5.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for. And in his own words, he said it will not relent. He will continue to give his best. And this is hoping Haruna Quadri will do just that. Climbing up is not easy. Staying up also is not very easy at all. All right, let me quickly pass the baton to Austin. It's time to have that conversation centered around boxing. We've been saying for the past few weeks on the show how a lot of boxers of Nigerian descent, of Nigerian heritage, are doing well in the United Kingdom, and they are getting global attention. We have one of them on the show tonight. But let me quickly pass the baton to Austin. Let's have that discussion on the show.
Yeah, me, about 2 weeks ago, we talked about Nigerian, boxers with Nigerian background who are doing big things. We had Ben Gray on the show. And for us, it's just about, celebrating these guys. On November the 24th, I was right there. On November the 21st, I was right there at the SSC Arena at Wembley. And the hands of Dan Aziz was raised as the new lightweight champion. So tonight, Dan Aziz will be us.
All right, we got our ducks in a row just in a moment, but Austin was waxing lyrical about Dan Aziz, his exploits in boxing. He's gotten global attention in the world of boxing, and he needs little or no introduction because of some of the things he's been able to achieve in the world of boxing. Austin just told you how he captured the British light heavyweight title right there in the United Kingdom. And he's sitting right there, waiting to join in the discussion. Let's see if we can get him on the show while Austin also gets back with us. Greetings to you, Dan, if you can hear me. Thanks for joining us on the show tonight. Here's Yemi from Lagos, and it's good to have you. Once again, thanks for finding out time to be with us.
Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it. You guys' support is much appreciated, and thank you for having me.
All right, let's talk about how the journey began. Most people always have their stories of how the start of the game. I mean, it's no longer news, your exploits. Everybody's reading about you. But how did it all begin for Dan Aziz?
Well, it started for me when I was younger. I was quite naughty, so I was a street boy in London. I used to roam the streets, and I was always getting in trouble and stuff. And a lot of the older people, they used to do boxing, and because we always used to fight on the street with, the guys who went boxing, they always used to win. So I say, why are these guys always winning? And someone was like, yeah, they go boxing. So I went down to the gym. I used to go down there, but I didn't have the discipline to, stay focused. I'll just go there, put my gloves on, and just go there to have fun, really. It was only later on when I, further down in my life, when I started university, I used to use boxing as like an outlet. So I would study during the day, and then in the evening, I would use boxing as like an outlet to let all my frustrations out, or, just give me a little balance. And from there, the guys in the gym, they thought I was good. And, I think one of the years they were doing the national championships, and Anthony Joshua was fighting on the show, his cousin, and maybe another few other boxers. And they done really, really well. And it just inspired me to start boxing as an amateur competitively. And from there, I never looked back. I've been boxing for over 10 years now. I've been professional for about 4 years, and now I'm British light heavyweight champion. 15 fights, 15 undefeated, 10 KOs. I'm top 10 in the WBA governing body, and I'm just looking to keep climbing the ladder and get as far as I can get.
Let me throw this one in. Austin is ready, but he's back with us as well. Did you receive any encouragement from the people around you, talking about your parents, brothers, sisters, family members? Did they try to discourage you? Because I know boxing is not something anybody picks up and the cheerleaders go, it's
Exactly.
not that kind of sport.
It's funny you say that because the time when I started boxing, it wasn't a popular sport. You can't go and tell people, "Yeah, I'm a boxer," and everyone's cheering for you. Even when like I said, when I went to uni, my parents sent me away because I was getting in a lot of trouble. So they sent me away to go and study. And I remember telling my parents, I'm doing boxing, and they were not happy at all. But I think my mother, she realized, I've got a passion for it. And she just made me promise her that as long as you finish your study, you graduate, once you graduated, you can, pursue your career in boxing. But please just make sure you graduate and you get your degree, which was very good advice because boxing, anything can happen. You can get injured. It's a young man's sport. So after, you want to be able to do other things. So it was good. And I kept my promise. I graduated. I even done a master's. And from there, she said, "Okay, go ahead." She still doesn't really like the boxing. She doesn't watch it. She just always calls my brothers and she'll ask, "Is he okay? Has he won?" And that's it. But she knows I'm passionate about it, so she supports me regardless. As for my dad, he's seen Anthony Joshua, he's seen all these other stars, and he's thinking, "Oh, my son can get to that level as well." So he's very supportive.
Awesome, Aziz. Good to have you on the show. I was right there at the SSE Arena, and the Nigerian man in me kept screaming, "Aziz, you made us so proud. You made us so proud, getting that title." Before we get into the fight proper, we spoke to Richard the next day on our morning show. Richard said he's proudly Nigerian. Do you carry that tag too?
Of course, man. Both of us, both me and Richard, we got our identities very much with back home. Do you know what I mean? We were born here, we're first generation, but we identify fully with Nigeria. So, I go there every year. I should be going there in December. My dad, he's from Ibadan. He's in the government as well. So, just because I'm here and I'm based in London, I'm fully Nigerian and I'm proud of it.
Awesome. I just wanted to put that out there so they will know that this is a Niger boy right here.
Yes.
Let's talk about the fight. You took out boxing in the 7th round, and then I looked into your eyes. I could see passion, hunger. 15-0 is the record. How much hunger do you have to keep it going?
Yeah, but the reason why you see so much passion in me after that win is because it's not easy, Uncle. It's very hard, especially when you haven't got no Olympic background or you haven't got no major backing, nobody, financially behind you. It's hard. You have to go through the hard way. You have to fight on small shows for little to nothing, no money. So I know what I had to do, and I know how hard I had to work to get to where I am. And now that's where everything is. Now I've won this fight. Now that's where all the doors are opening. So that's why you saw so much passion and hunger in me when I fought.
Was it a difficult fight?
It was. I thought it would be more difficult than it is because Burton is very experienced. He's a relative first cousin to Tyson Fury. He's been around a long time. He was the British champion before me, years before me. So, and he can punch. But I think, I surprised myself and surprised a lot of other people where the way I came in, my tactics, I was out jabbing him. I was stronger than him. And as you saw, he couldn't last the whole 12 rounds. By 7th rounds, he was gone. So, yeah, it was easier than I thought, to be honest.
Okay, Dan, let me ask, what's on the cards? Any thoughts about changing division? Any thoughts about any opponent you want to go at? Now you have the title, no hiding place for you. You want to stay in that light heavyweight division, or you want to go heavyweights? I mean, what do you want to do? What are the things that lie in front of you right about now?
Yeah. At the moment, I'm still campaigning at light heavyweight, so I'm probably going to try to defend my British title. I may even go for the Commonwealth title or maybe go for the European, but I just need to sit down with my management and we'll talk about what is next. But you'll be seeing a lot more of me, definitely.
Okay. Let me also ask, I've been trying, what about the rankings? Do those boxing bodies now put you in their rankings? And if they have, what's your number on, say, WBC, WBA, all of those boxing bodies?
So I'm ranked in with the WBA now. So I'm number 8 with the WBA. So when you're ranked in the top 10 of any of the governing bodies, you can be called up to fight for a world title anytime. So I just have to keep doing what I'm doing, keep winning, keep working hard, and these opportunities will come. I'm very excited for the future, for sure. And also, there's one thing I want. One of my dreams is I want to come back home and I want to fight in Nigeria. I want to bring all the boys from England, the top boys here that of Nigerian descent, and I want us to put on a show in Nigeria. I don't know how possible it is, but it's something that I really want to do, and I'm passionate about doing.
I love it. I love that you've put this out there, you know, and you saying it alone means it will happen someday. So you get your guys ready, and then with the right planning, we could get you guys to come fight in Nigeria. But aside that, how pumped up are you to support the development of boxing in Nigeria?
I'm very pumped up. When I'm here in London, I say to everyone, there's back home in Nigeria, there's probably hundreds of Anthony Joshuas, but they just need the right development. Like me already, after boxing, I want to go into management. I want to go into grassroots boxing, going back home and looking at the people that are at the grass level and developing them so that they can go out and be future stars. Because Nigeria are talented in every department, singing, dancing, any type of sports, athletic. But I just believe we don't have the right development. We don't have the right grassroots support to turn them into future stars. So even when you come here in London, the majority of boxers that are dominating, they're of Nigerian descent. So I don't see why we can't bring back home talent and bring them to the world. So yeah, I'm very supportive of that, and it's something I always talk to. You know, Ben, me and Ben, we always talk about these kind of stuff. So yeah.
Beautiful. I love it. We will continue to monitor this, and it'll be good to see you guys, give your 2 cents towards the development of the sport in the country. I see you hang around Anthony Joshua a lot. How much inspiration has he given to your career?
Oh, he's given not just my career, the whole of England, because boxing used to be, to make it, you have to go to America. But because of Anthony Joshua, now everybody's coming to England to box. All the main fights, they're in the UK. And that's all because of Anthony Joshua. He's transcended the sport. He's turned it around. So, like I mentioned previously, I went to watch him box in the Nationals. This was when he was an amateur. And from then, he had already inspired me. So he's just continuing to do so much inspirational stuff. And he's really leading the next generation into a great way. Like, yeah, he's really doing well.
Awesome. Stay right. Break. Come back. I've done this. We'll continue with the conversation with us.
All right, so that's it. We're still having that conversation with Dan Aziz, the British light heavyweight champ. All right, Dan, last one from me here. You've talked about abundance of talents in Nigeria and the opportunity. You're looking forward to the opportunity to contribute your 2 cents to the development. But right around you in the United Kingdom, are there other prospects? Are there other people of Nigerian descent that you feel we will be hearing from anytime soon?
Yeah, there are a few, but off the top of my head, I can't name them because you've just put me on the spot. But every day there's somebody, there's a young kid in the gym that's doing wonders. Like even in the amateurs, talk less of professional. But what I can tell you is that you're gonna see a lot of stars coming up in the next generation of Nigerian descent, not even just Nigerian descent, of African descent. We're really, especially in boxing and martial arts, you know, UFC, MMA, that kind of thing. So just keep your eyes peeled and you'll see them, definitely.
Dan, before I let you go, let me read
Yes, sir.
this stunning, start to you. It says that Dan Aziz is the first and only British light heavyweight to have captured all British Boxing Board of Control domestic titles.
Yes.
So proud of you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Yeah, it does, because it's part of my legacy. When I'm not here no more, that will still be there. I would have been the first person. Nobody can take that away from me. So I'm really, really proud and I'm happy.
Awesome. Dan Aziz, thank you so much for making our time to talk to us tonight. You left training and you came right into this conversation.
Yes,
Stay
sir.
focused and keep winning. Thank you.
Please, make sure you have me on again, or don't make it too long.
All right. That's it. British light heavyweight champion Dan Aziz speaking to us on the show tonight. And guys, what else can I say? Look at the love he's got for Nigeria. Yemi, I'm sure that also got you, to some point, to love him some more when you see guys come out here and then show their love and support for Nigeria.
Of course, you just have to be happy when you see things like this. And sometimes we try to convince ourselves that there's abundance of talent in Nigeria. And when things like this happens, you know that what the people back here need is just opportunities. The results doesn't show, it doesn't reflect the potentials that we have in Nigeria. And if it takes people going out to make use of the opportunities they have elsewhere to shine the light back home, then I guess that's what we're left with. I'm very sure by the time these guys start putting heads together and making one or two things happen and bring opportunities the way of boxers still, I don't want to use the word trapped, but that's what it looks like, still here, then, they would be able to, emulate those guys and probably do more.
Yeah, he has dropped the hint. He has said he would like to come back home to have a fight. Not just him, all of them with Nigerian descent. There's Mikel Lawal, there's Richard Raikkonen, there is Dan Aziz, loads of them. The Nigerian Boxing Federation, you'll expect them now, find a way to put stuff together, bring these guys back home so that, one way or the other, they can contribute to our development.
All right, yeah, that's what I hope will happen. Let's allow Tolu say 18 or 2. Tolu, I'm very sure he gladdened your heart listening to him. And we have many of this right here in Nigeria. All they need is the opportunity.
Yeah, I think, from what he, pointed out, I think I was able to pick out 1 or 2 lines, where he said, we have an abundance of talent in Nigeria, but what they need is opportunity and development. So at the grassroots level, because, if, we can have as many Nigerians as possible in London, you understand, so in boxing, so it means, we have them abundant in Nigeria.
Sure.
So, coming back home, to support, these talents, nurture them to stardom, I think, is a good development from him. So the NBBF, of course, in Nigeria, Nigerian Boxing Board of Control, should do everything humanly possible to make sure they support the dream of this guy, and so many of him, who wishes to come back to Nigeria, and develop the sport of boxing, from the grassroots, because that is where, it starts from the grassroots level. So I think, I think he has pointed the way forward, for us. Now, what is left, for the, the body, they started with the responsibility, of course, of developing the boxing in Nigeria, is to fathom out a way, of course, bringing these guys back home, just the way Austin, said it, that they should find a way of bringing this guy, of course, back to Nigeria, work with them, and make sure they reposition boxing in Nigeria.
All right. So that's the hope. All right. Yesterday, something happened. The Ballon d'Or award, a winner has been chosen. But there's been a lot of questions, a lot of debate on social media. This guy should have won. Why, for instance, some said, why didn't Mo Salah didn't even get into the top 5? A lot of people were stunned. A lot of people wondered why Robert Lewandowski didn't win. So a lot happened. But What's your opinion? That's what we want to know on the show tonight. Send us an email, sports tonight at channelstv.com. Austin will gladly read it. I will gladly read out your thoughts. Of course, you know, on this program, the world is listening. So what are your thoughts on the Ballon d'Or? The last time Lionel Messi won, people were asking him when he was going to retire. I don't think anybody thought that Lionel Messi would be back on that stage receiving the award, and he was receiving it for a record 7th time. Although before that award, a lot of people started congratulating Messi because, I don't know, maybe they thought, maybe they knew something we didn't know. But Austin, before I get Tolu's thoughts, it's easy for us to hide behind our opinion, but I'll throw it at you. Did you expect Lionel Messi to win yesterday?
Well, I won't say 100%, but it's very difficult, you know, not to love Messi, you know, and it's very difficult to come out and say that what did he do to deserve the Ballon d'Or for 2021. He won the Copa del Rey with Barcelona before he left. He won the Copa America with Argentina. This is Messi, one of the greatest I've seen in recent times, you know, so... Yes, Robert Lewandowski did enough to also win it. I thought he deserved to win it in 2020, but we didn't have the Ballon d'Or. And this is Messi here. So, yeah, I mean, I thought about it and I said it's going to be very difficult to just come out and say, oh, push aside other person's thoughts towards Messi winning this record 7th Ballon d'Or title. So that's why we want to ask the viewers, does Messi deserve to win this year's Ballon d'Or, you know? So I want to hear from the viewers, you know, because divided opinions here and there. And if you see, I struggle to talk about it because I know Lewandowski deserves to win it. I'm even mad that Mo Salah didn't make it into the top 5. So with awards, it's very fun. It can go south the moment you're thinking it's going east, you know. So let me just throw it back to Tolu, who is right there with you in the studio. Tolu, does Messi deserve to win this year's Ballon d'Or?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I think he deserved to win this year's Ballon d'Or because, you know, looking at it, you know, when people, say Lewandowski should have won it, I asked them, you know, Lewandowski's performance was in 2020, and unfortunately, you know, we didn't have the Ballon d'Or due to the COVID, you understand, but this year, Messi, you know, performed, you know, tremendously, you understand, so, and, you know, I think where some people got it wrong is, they thought, you know, FIFA, use a season. It's not about season. You know, it's a full calendar year. You understand? So, you know, we're talking of a full calendar, not season. But some people, of course, you know, thought FIFA use a season, you know, to judge a Ballon d'Or winner. I told them no. FIFA use a full calendar year to, you know, to judge the winner of a Ballon d'Or. Though, of course, Lewandowski, you know, scored goals, of course, last season, you know, last year, 2020. But unfortunately, you know, what stopped him from winning the Ballon d'Or was COVID. But this year, looking at Messi, you know, he won the Copa del Rey in Spain. Now, he led the Alba Celeste, you know, to win the Copa America. And first time, of course, you know, Messi, you know, away lifting Copa, you know, America. And of course, even before he left Barcelona, you know, he made some stunning, you know, performances for Barcelona. So, and moving forward, going to PSG, you know, he has had a little contribution, you know, to PSG, of course, in French league. So for me, you know, it was an award, you know, very well, you know, deserved, you know, for Lionel Messi and for Mo Salah. I think, you know, he still needs, you know, to do more. You understand? So, you know, if we have to be truthful and be honest with ourselves, you know, we shouldn't look at it from being Africans. You understand? So, you know, you still have to, you know, do more. You understand? So, you know, for Messi, you know, I think I'm saying Messi, you know, keep winning the Ballon d'Or as long as his feet and his body, you know, still, you know, carry him on the field of play.
That's taking it to another level. Okay, you know, Tolu talked about it. Let me get back to Austin. I know we have to move on. Do you see this still being the situation at the FIFA Best Awards? This is the Ballon d'Or. They've separated. The Ballon d'Or is on one side, the FIFA Best Awards on one side. A lot of people can argue, but I think journalists voted in this one. And look, they know if it was the fans, you could, but this guy is no football. But the best FIFA awards is going to come up in January. Do you think there's going to be a change? Because usually there's really no difference most of the time. But in this case, because of how a lot of people have said, should Messi have won, do you think there's going to be anything different at the FIFA Best Awards?
That's why I said with my first response here. I mean, I'm not surprised if anything goes the way of Messi. It's very difficult not to love Messi. You know, that's the problem. So when he wins the FIFA best again, everyone will start talking. But he's Lionel Messi. Go look at his stats. Go look at his records. You know, whenever he's playing football, he's playing to win. He's displaying so much passion. He's breaking records. You know, so it can still go the same way. Somebody would just vote Messi because it's Messi, even if he doesn't. Even if he doesn't deserve it or he didn't do enough, or just because it's Messi, there's just, should I call it grace? You know, there's this grace, this aura, this charisma around Lionel Messi that just makes, you know, people to love him. I mean, let's get the viewers to you know, get into this conversation, because we're getting to see emails coming now. So let's just read it, but let's show them again how you can, you know, be part of it. We're asking a very straightforward question: does Messi deserve to win this year's Ballon d'Or? Send us an email, sportstonight@channelstv.com. Ifedayo Ajayi, I love what he says. He says Messi is the greatest natural footballer of all time. He won it and he will win it again. He said, God bless the judges. So let's get your comments. sportstonight@channelstv.com. You hear me?
Yeah, I'll throw it back to you, I mean, because I'm tempted to talk about Lionel Messi, but we have to move on. Let's talk about what's going on, the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Navy start for D Tigers, but they found a way to turn it around.
Yeah, the D Tigers, you know, we had our doubts before the qualifier started, and it was confirmed with the first game when they lost to Cape Verde. And we're like, oh, what's going on? And then they realized that, look, we are the Day Tigers. We need to, you know, show our quality. And with the guys who are back in the team, Captain Fantastic, Ike Diogu, posted fantastic, you know, posted unbelievable, you know, records at this competition. He's going strong. I think about 38, and he's leading the team, not just showing leadership. He's putting it right there on the court. And the other guys like Ben Uzo, Rogbo, and the other guys who came in, not forgetting a young guy who is 17 and then became the youngest ever player to feature for the D Tigers. I'm glad they have advanced to the next round of qualifiers. And with this now, we can start believing, and then hopefully leadership of basketball in Nigeria will take a look at this and say, look, they need to come together and work with a unity of purpose. But let's listen to Ike Diogu. He's been talking about the qualifiers and what to expect on the next window.
I expect to see the number one team in Africa. So, that's what you guys can expect to see. You know, this window, like I said, we were all severely handicapped, but the next window's in July. So we'll have our full roster of players, practice time, guys that have played together for a while. So, you know, for those people that are starting to think that Nigeria fell off, you know, you'll see come July why we still believe we're the number one team in Africa. Right, what's going on right now, obviously, is a little bit unfortunate with our basketball federation. So there's some things that I can't really talk about right now. So that severely handicapped the players that we were able to select. But overall, you know, we all as Nigerians, we have a duty to take this program to new heights. And the younger generation, they all feel the same way that we do. So we just need to have the right people in place that have the same attitude as the players, and we'll be just fine.
That's it, the Tigers captain Ike Diogu talking about the next window for the qualifiers. Tolu, let me get you talking. Are you part of those who questioned the return of Ike Diogu and got stunned by the numbers that he posted during the qualifiers?
I am, of course, you know, I am not, of course, you know, one of those, of course, who surprised, the return of Ike Diogo to the Tigers, of course, because, in the space of 3 months, we've had 3 different teams, basketball team, the Tigers, we had a different team at the Olympics, we had a different team at the Afro Basket. Now, there's a new, a different team, of course, representing Nigeria again. Ike Diogo has been, of course, one of our best players, the Tigers, will ever had. Returning, to the team, we know the reason he was not part of the team that went to the Olympics, of course, we all know. But, returning to the team, of course, has been a morale booster, for his colleagues, because I've seen the leadership stuff, in him, and how he has been able to lift, the Tigers, right from the first game. He's been a motivator to the team. He always talk to the players, his colleagues, psych them up, wanting to give more, to basketball in Nigeria, and of course, and he loves everything, to remain perfect. Because even, yes, I think, one time or the other, he was, he was, of course, advising, the basketball administrators, of course, to be on same page, for the good of a basketball
in Nigeria.
Of course, wow, what a motivator he is.
Definitely, what a motivator he is. All right, we could go on and on talking about basketball, but usually time not our friend. We probably have less than 6 minutes to wrap things up. Let's go to gymnastics quickly and talk about what the Federation is doing in Edo State. That's our next port of call. Now, we quickly go to Edo State. A workshop was staged. Of course, in recent times, we've been having things to say about gymnastics, and the the workshop was for coaches and judges, and that's how you can improve the game, not just focusing on the athletes themselves, because coaches and judges are those who will bring out the best in them. Let's quickly take a listen to some of the officials. Bear in mind, we'll come back for more on Sports Tonight.
What we are trying to do here, when we came on board, we talked about developing our coaches and our judges. The greatest problem right now in gymnastics is the development of our coaches to meet up with the new standard with other country coaches, the world standard coaches, and then also bringing up a judge that will be able to at least judge the athletes. When you don't have a judge in gymnastics, it's just like a waste. So we choose to make contact with our international body, and they approved it. And our judges today, they've been able to upgrade, and the coaches, they've upgraded. That is one. And then back to back again, we have the FIG training camp where they train coaches and athletes. That is what is happening here today. And this has not happened for a very long time. It's a wonderful thing. It's a plus for Nigeria and for the entire Africa, because Africa is gathering here right now. We have Cape Verde, we have Sierra Leone, we have Benin, we have Togo, we have Senegal. Most African countries are here today with Nigeria, just being favored.
President of the Gymnastics Federation, Kevin Helmsey, there speaking on the benefits of having that workshop. All right, Austin, let me come to you quickly. I'm seeing some messages on the Lionel Messi issue, and it's only going to be fair to our viewers if I allow you, if we take one or two before we talk about some other things and wrap up the show. So read out some of those comments we've been receiving.
So we're still getting from some of the guys who have talked before, but let's just take this from Aziz Kola. He says Ballon d'Or is just becoming irrelevant and mundane year in, year out. We should first get the facts right. It's just a matter of personal decision by some journalists that vote. What if all those who are eligible to vote are all diehard fans of Messi? Where is the credibility? So it's not just journalists that got to vote, Coaches are also involved, but that's what we're talking about, It's Messi. It's going to be very difficult to just look at it and say, oh, Messi does not deserve to win it, Yes, Lewandowski did his part, but it's just difficult to go against Messi. I'll just read this one and we'll get on with the show. Nicolas Jr. said, I think it was a big undoing on the part of the organizers. Lewandowski outscored Messi this time. I thought this award was always about the number of goals you got in a season. There were seasons when Messi didn't win any trophy, yet he got the award. And we were told it was because of his individual brilliance and goal-scoring prowess. now that they got more goals than him, we are talking about Copa America and Copa del Rey. The award has lost his reputation. Kind regards coming from Nicholas Jr. Thank you so much, Nicholas. Guys, keep that conversation going. Send us an email, sportstonight@channelstv.com.
All right. Of course, it will divide opinion. It will continue to divide opinion. Let's take you to the English Premier League. Spend a few seconds to tell you that after 54 minutes of football, Norwich City and Newcastle is still goalless. And Newcastle are playing with 10 men after one of their defenders got sent off in the early minutes of the game. So that's what is happening in England. All right. So we have a few minutes left before we wrap things up on the show. Let's go to we're spot for choices, but let's talk about this one quickly as teams begin preparation for the upcoming Nigeria Professional Football League. Let's see what ABS is up to. ABS, that's Abubakar Bukola Saraki FC Football Club. They've unveiled their new manager. His name is Jerome Ibankwe. That's the new man at the helm for ABS as they prepare for the new season. The man comes in with a lot of experience, being a former player himself. Let's quickly take a listen to some of the comments made at the unveiling, and we'll come back to wrap things up on the show.
This unveiling today is necessitated by the movement of our coach, our Cameroonian coach, Tony Encho, who left us after serving his one-year contract and moved to Crown FC of Agbomoso. It is that vacuum that was created that the management sat and looked inwards to look for a perfect replacement for the outgone technical advisor. It is in that line that we went and searched and brought back one of the finest assistant coaches who has served this club about 4 years ago.
All right, some reactions there from the officials of ABS. All right, before we go, Tolu, your parting shot on the show as we go.
Yeah, well, congratulations to Messi for winning his 7th Ballon d'Or, and of course, congratulations to all the runners up as well, and of course, congratulations to ABS, for unveiling Jerome Igbankwe, of course, as their new head coach of ABS. Of course, we're looking forward to the start of MPFL seasons in Nigeria.
All right, so that's how the cookie crumbles. That's how we're going to have to wrap things up on the show today. We do hope that you've enjoyed everything we've been able to do, despite having the constraint of time. We're going to be back here again tomorrow, take you on a trip across the money-spinning world of sports. From the city of Lagos, right here in Nigeria, I'm Yemi Adebayo. Bye-bye now.
In London, I'm Austin Okonakwan. Let's keep that Messi and the Ballon d'Or conversation going. Talk to us, Sports Tonight at channelstv.com. That's the show in everything you do. Remember, let's keep talking sports. Bye for now.